Ha 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 ha. Game over. Press any button to continue.
Press any button.
And circle gets a square. I don't know what that means. This is the Any Button Podcast. Your weekly catch-up on gaming news and discussion.
We're your hosts. I'm Ben, CEO of Double Dash Jump and avid Persona fan. And this should be Matt, presenter of the Game Club podcast and the OG Busy Gamer. This is the 22nd episode of Any Button. I hope you guys are enjoying my one-on-one series, Overwatch Watch. Sorry about the quality of that last video. What we normally do, the method that we use to transport obviously did something. We're not quite sure what, but we've changed it up, so this week should be all good. And if you did want to watch just the gameplay that was playing in the background, I've since gone back and edited the original description to include a link to the original video, so you can actually watch what was happening in a better quality. But it won't have me speaking over it. We'll just have everyone else that I was partied up with.
Instead of a 5x5 pixel. I think that grey area there, I think that's soldier. I don't know.
It's either a soldier or a monkey.
Anyway.
I mean scientist.
Now for Geek Week.
Yeah, so I've been playing Overwatch as per normal, although I did find DSP Stanky's playlist on SoundCloud, so I've just been going through that and just listening to all of that stuff. It's just got a myriad of just like mashups. It's got Soldier Boy dubbed over this Kirby 64 Super Smash Brothers stage. It's great. But since Doomfist has come out like 2 days ago, it's been really hard to play him because like everyone wants to play him. So I haven't had much time to play with him like in a proper team scenario. I've just been mucking around in the training range,
Which is kind of how it is for every hero.
yeah. And then just the usual Magikarp jump, just sitting there. Every week it's like, I swear they're going to release an update this week, and it's just me sitting there grinding for more coins to max out on my training, and then
It's not going to happen.
it has to.
It's over. Let it go. It's not going to happen.
What about you?
So I caught Articuno, like we were
Yeah.
talking about last week, Pokemon Go Fest, which was a travesty, by the way. The actual
Yes.
festival was awful.
We talked about that.
Yes. But here, it's a bit weird because we're kind of rural. Like, we're not rural, but it feels like we are. There's just because the game runs on cell data and there's just not as many people here as there are in, say, America. Other than that, I have been playing a little bit of Dream Daddy.
How's that going out for you?
It's a very charming game, actually. I recommend if anyone with a sense of humor is gonna love this game because it's 100% wit all the time, and it doesn't it's kind of like, you know how, because it's about gay jokes a lot of the time, but it's like when a homosexual person makes a homosexual joke, it's good, and that's what this is like.
Okay.
Now I know that the Game Grumps aren't.
Yeah.
But it's what I'm saying is it's very well put,
Okay.
and it's not like a cheap gimmick, which is good. But speaking of cheap gimmicks, I've been playing Metopia, which is just a JRPG, but with you. And they still it's weird, man, but it's hilarious.
They're still using those Miis.
They're still
If you made one on the Wii, have you been able to transport it across every generation?
Oh yeah. I'm angry that you can't there's no like real Miis on the Switch. I'm angry about that.
So you've still got your old one that you made
I have
2008?
I have my 3DS Mii as me now, which kind of looks like an anime Mii, which is my profile pic on Should Be Matt.
Yeah.
But the original Mii just looked like a sad little man, because that's what Miis look like unless they look like anime. That's it. Let's go on to the news.
So in quick news, we got a trailer for the we got an open beta trailer for Dreadnought, and not to be confused with the Taken King expansion, for PS4. It's only a CG trailer though.
So it doesn't show you like.
It doesn't show you anything. It just shows you like wicked ass looking ships and explosions. It's like, yeah.
Wow, this means nothing.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like, I'm excited. I don't know what the hell for, though. So, that's soon. We've got Forza Horizon 3 is getting free piece of DLC. The DLC is the Regalia from Final Fantasy 15. So if you have Regalia and you liked Final Fantasy 15, then, and also if you like free stuff, who doesn't? That's for you. They both launch August 1st, so that's 2 days
from now.
2 days from now. And then in more Final Fantasy 15 news, the DLC Comrades is the multiplayer one, so you can... Final Fantasy 15 is strictly a single-player experience. This DLC makes it multiplayer, so you can play with all your friends. That's getting a closed beta that's going live August 3rd, which is for Season Pass holders only, so if you don't own the Season Pass, you can't get it, and this is only a closed beta for, I guess, network testing. I imagine it'll be like Final Fantasy crossed with Monster Hunter, and I'm just really excited for that.
Depends. How many players can you get in the Final Fantasy multiplayer?
Well, each one I assume it's a party of 4, since that's what it was in Final Fantasy 15.
Then that sounds like a damn accurate thing. All I know is about Monster Hunter, nothing about Final Fantasy. That's cool though. But does this have anything to do with the VR fishing minigame?
Not yet.
Okay, well, then I don't. You keep talking.
Maybe. And then last piece of super quick news is Night Trap, this weird ass game from the 90s. It has it brags over an hour and a half of live action footage, which is just they shot cutscenes and gameplay, and the gameplay is you watching these scenes and then picking up audio cues and hints.
Okay, it's one of those, right?
Yeah, so that's weird, super niche. Getting a 25th anniversary release.
Of course, why wouldn't it?
Apparently you take control of a special agent that has been tasked to watch over a house full of teenage girls. That doesn't sound creepy in the slightest.
Not at all.
In which the house is full of dangers.
So
I think it's
look at this live action teenage girls. You're on the dark side of the internet, my friends. Hey, what's the soundtrack of this game like?
I have no idea.
It's night trap music. Trap. It's
not just house music.
No, because you're in a house. Oh my god. That's... Anyway, moving on.
So my explanation is just paraphrasing the Wikipedia article. And that's all I know about it. I've seen bits and pieces of it throughout the years, and I've never really understood it.
It's probably one of those games that had a very kind of small cult following, but that just otherwise hasn't broken surface knowledge.
I do believe that it was already super niche because it was released on something called a Sega CD. So
Sega CD, no, that's fairly popular.
It was this exclusive for a lesser bought console in the 90s.
Yeah, so.
And then people have found it and gone, holy shit, look at this. It's kind of like the ET game that never actually got sold. It just got buried. Ever since everyone has a ROM of it, though.
Anyway, shall we talk about something that we do know?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Xbox Game Pass is having 7 new titles added to it. We've talked and praised the Xbox Game Pass in the past.
Quite extensively.
Not that we either of us own an Xbox. Fun fact, I was going to use my tax back, because it's the end of financial year, to buy an Xbox One.
And then you were going to wait for an Xbox One X?
No, I owe the government $60. So I'm not going to buy anything with negative $60. But sorry. So the games include Dead Rising 3, Limbo, Dirt Rally, So Many Me. I have no idea what that is.
No.
Pharaonic. No idea that one either. And Metal Slug XX. So I haven't played any of those but Dead Rising 3 and Limbo.
Okay, I haven't played any of them. I've seen Dead Rising, and I've seen Limbo. I think I might own Limbo on Steam from one of the Steam sales.
I would say you definitely do. It's one of those games where it's you're scrounging through your virtual Steam couch and you're looking for change and you pull out Limbo and you're like, oh, okay, I didn't know I had this. Cool. And Dirt Rally's good. These are all good games, and this is a service that if you are an Xbox owner and have pretty good internet, you should definitely have this
not
service.
even, because even if you have bad internet, you can download it and you don't have to stream it. You
Yes.
just download the whole thing.
Yes, do it. Now! What are you waiting for? Go!
No, but come back. Just pause this.
No,
and then come back.
hold your phone or your laptop.
Or just walk around with us, yeah.
I mean,
Show us your kitchen. Show us your house. Take us on a house tour.
oh, that's
Just walk
nice.
around.
What's that there? Oh, no, not that. The other... Oh, go away. Oh, whoever that was, I turned it off. What are we doing? Let's talk about PlayStation now.
So Europe is going to be hit with a PS Plus subscription increase, which follows the one that the US got last year. And since Australia, we get lumped in everywhere. We get lumped in with Europe. We get lumped in with Asia. Sometimes we get lumped in with the United States. No one has like a guide like, okay, Australia should pair up with these people. But we're going to get those increases as well. So yearly PS Plus goes from $69.95 to $79.95. 3-month subscription goes from $27.95 to $33.95. And the monthly one goes from $9.95 to $10.95. These
So much 95.
yeah. So you can still buy, like, these don't go through to the end of August, so you can still buy up all the PS Plus subscriptions. Why? It's at its cheaper price.
And also, a fun tip that's not, that I recommend is actually going, if you're in Australia, go into the stores and buy one of the cards, because you do get charged for a international credit card usage when you buy these on the Australian PlayStation Store.
I've never had that happen.
No, it happens.
But
You
I
just
buy-
haven't noticed. It doesn't tell you.
Do you buy it through the PlayStation or through the laptop? Because I buy it through the laptop and I've never noticed it.
Through the PlayStation Store, because the PlayStation Store is technically an overseas store. So if you're like me, you're like, how come this? But it is only something. It's a percentage, and this raise is only a percentage as well. And I think, like, especially for us Australians, 3 to 5 games a month could potentially net you for a year over $2,000 worth of games.
Yeah, it's like $110 dollars of free games every month if you haven't already owned them.
But
digitally. Even if you own them physically, you get a digital copy.
Yeah.
You never have to put the disc in again.
And then you can trade in, like if you got Until Dawn like me, and then you can trade it in. And you got to do it quick though, because they're quick. EB Games was like, one time, I can't remember what it was, I traded in something, they were like, oh yeah, that's like $30, nice. And then Until Dawn, and I was like, I'll trade this in, and it's like 30 cents, or like, it's free now. It's not worth anything. But that over $2,000 worth of savings, that's only just assuming you get 3. So that's not too bad. And
assuming you do them. I know people who've had PS Plus for like years, and it never occurred to them
to get the free
games.
No. That's just money down the drain. See, that's silly.
Yeah.
Otherwise, sometimes we can get specials. Like E3 had that $50 special.
Yes, and I regret not buying
Me
like
too.
5 years worth of it.
That would have been great.
5 years.
Especially knowing that $50 has gone, in a way, up to 80. Not exactly, but in my head, that's how it works.
Yeah.
But speaking of the PlayStation Plus games, we've got the August.
No. Yes, so for PS4, we have Just Cause 3 and Assassin's Creed Freedom Cry. So Just Cause is like still going. I still see clips of it on Reddit. Like, people are still playing that game. It's insane.
Just Cause is a really fun game. Like physics.
I've got it and I haven't played it. I've installed it once and then started playing other stuff and I was like, oh god, this takes up like 300 gigabytes. Delete.
1 and 2 did take a while, but 3 is fun.
Assassin's Creed Freedom Cry is a standalone from the Black Flag. So it's Black Flag, but it's a standalone DLC, so I don't understand that.
I don't know either.
For PS3, there's Super Motherload, which I have on PS4, and I used to play on Miniclip. back in the day. It was just called Motherload back in the day.
I was gonna say, I know Motherload. This is a Flash game or a Sims cheat code, but
and there's also Snakeball, which is not what I thought it was when I googled it. It's just like 3D Snake, but like on this disco like floor, and they're like going
of
around.
course, why not?
Yeah, it looks cool. It's on PS3 though. I do believe Super Motherload is cross-buy to PS4, but I didn't get to check that because I do have it on PS4, but I don't have it on PS3. I'm not sure. And for Vita, long live Vita, Downwell, which is a great game. I've got that one as well. That's cross-buy for PS4 as well as Vita. It's a lot of fun. And Level 22, which I'm not sure. I watched the gameplay of it just before, and I'm still not sure what that is. I think it's like an adventure game.
You're looking at me like I have the answers, but I have no idea. I plan on half of these. I'm like, I'm just going to download this, play it for 10 minutes, and then uninstall it because I need that space because I can't be bothered getting a HDD. Yeah. So, Samus is getting more amiibos from the Metroid series, of course.
Of course.
You don't know. We know, but you probably didn't. Metroid isn't a man who fights aliens. Metroid is the aliens in the Metroid series, and Samus Aran is the woman in it. And she gets new amiibos with the Metroid in the new game.
The little sucky things from Super Smash Brothers.
Yes, that's how I know them too. I've delivered this horribly. But okay, so there's new Metroid amiibos. There's a set of 2. You get a Samus and a Metroid. They unlock exclusive stuff in the new Metroid game. So Samus gets you Metroid 2 Art Gallery, and the Metroid gets you a new difficulty mode.
Yes.
That's interesting. Super Smash Bros. Amiibos do things as well. The Super Smash Bros. Samus gets you a concept art gallery. I don't know how that's different from the other art gallery.
It's a different art gallery.
And the Zero Suit gets you a sound test.
I don't understand what that is in a game.
Like bing, 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 bing. Yep, it works. There you go. Aren't you glad you had an amiibo for that? No, I don't think that's what it is. I think it's obviously like a sound gallery.
Maybe.
Probably
sounds about right.
So all the Samuses give you power-ups, such as refilling your special ability, missile recovery, and energy recovery. And the Metroid helps you find in-game Metroids, because they must be hard to find or something. I don't know. I've never played Metroid, have you?
No.
No. I'm a bad Nintendo fan because I've never played Metroid. But I'm going to jump on that hype train when it comes out for the Switch. I think this is all okay, except for the difficulty mode, because I think if it is locked away behind the... It's like day one DLC. That's a bad thing.
I think you have to beat the game before you can even start unlocking it.
And I have heard that as well. I think... Yeah, it's just like day one DLC. And obviously Nintendo's point of view is like, hey, buy the DLC and you get this free figurine with it. I think that's what their angle is trying to be.
I think Amiibos has always been, hey, buy this overpriced piece of plastic that has unspecified DLC in it.
It's only overpriced when the scalpers get to it first.
That's true. Or unless you get the gold one, they're more expensive.
No, I got the gold one for $15.
No.
Now it's worth $15.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's...
Speaking about more day one DLC.
Yeah. But you like this... Anyway, go on.
Destiny 2. So the Destiny...
You like Destiny 2.
I do.
Why would you insult it?
I didn't say it was bad. I just said it's more day one DLC that we're talking about.
Okay.
Destiny 2 beta is now over, but it still has made headlines with the announcement of the pre-order bonus, the Cold Heart. Not to be confused with the Cold Heart skin that you could get for Reinhardt in last year's Halloween special.
Of course. How could I be so confused?
This is a new exotic gun, which brings a new weapon archetype along with it. It's called the Trace Rifle.
Not to be confused with the Tracer. Right, no, okay, I'm going to stop. This isn't my...
So, think Zarya's particle cannon, just primary fire, where it's just the laser beam just constantly. That's basically what it looks like. We haven't had that in Destiny yet.
Yeah, no laser beams like that.
No laser beams. So it's just does constant damage. I do believe that if you can line it up on their head, you just get constant headshot damage. So you should be able to melt things pretty easily with this, depending on stats and
Amazing.
build outs and all that stuff.
Remember when Destiny 1 came out, people were warning you not to get the Galahorn, but it turned out to be like the best rocket launcher. Is this kind of the same thing where people are like, hey, don't get the really good weapon?
I don't think so, because for Rise of Iron, it was just a weapon skin that you could get.
No, like in the original, like OG Destiny.
The original Galahorn you could only get by random drop.
I don't know anything about Destiny. There was a really good weapon in the very first Destiny pre-order, and people were like, don't do that. And then it turned out to be really good. I don't know. I'm just regurgitating what I've read on Reddit.
I don't remember. But it's not exclusive. It's not locked away behind an amiibo that you have to buy separately. While it is DLC bonus content, it's not exclusive. At the end of the trailer, in the legal small print that you see down the bottom, it actually does say that it will be open to all players December 5th, which, because that's the first date that's been thrown around, and people think that's going to be the first DLC drop as well. Whether or not the Cold Heart has a story mission, like the Galahorn has a story mission in Rise of Iron, is still up in the air. People think maybe yes, and so Destiny YouTubers are talking about maybe not getting a pre-order for one console just in case it does have a limited story mission in the next piece. It's all speculation, but and if you already have pre-ordered, don't fret, it just gets added on to the rest of your pre-order. And if you haven't pre-ordered, don't worry either, because you can get it in-game.
December 5th.
December 5th.
When does Destiny 2 come out? September?
September.
Cool. So that's only
like
3 months awaiting.
Yeah.
2-3.
2-3 months. And, I mean, it'll be a brand new game, so there's a ton of other exotics and other weapons that you can get in that time. Like I said earlier, I do have Overwatch Watch, so I won't go into too much Overwatch news, but Doom's, and like I said in the intro, Doomfist has been released, so that's cool. And if you want to know more Overwatch news, stay tuned for Overwatch Watch, which goes up every Wednesday. As always, thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed this episode. If we missed a piece of news that you would like us to cover, doesn't matter if it's game, it can be game related. Put it in the comments below and we'll talk about it next episode. Remember, Facebook is where we post updates and new episodes first. So like us there to see when this goes up each Sunday night. If you want to see what we get up into our personal lives, check out us on Twitter. I'm at BMW3ing and your at should be Matt with the anime me. I went to call it an anime amiibo.
Enemy.
An anime.
Blah, blah.
And if you're not a social media person, we still have that deal running. It's going to be going the whole time, I think.
Just stop. Just say, please click the bell if you want notifications.
Hit subscribe and the little bell next to it to get notifications each and every time we post. That's that.
I love you so, Flo.